Welcome to part 11 of the Autodesk Inventor 101 The Basics series. In this episode, I'll take a look at how to apply constraints to parts in an assembly for accurate alignment and motion. I'll start by selecting Free Rotate from the ribbon and picking the piston, and rotate it to be able to see the opening. Next, from the Relationships section in the ribbon, choose Constraint. Hover over the piston until the dashed red line appears, and then repeat this with the large hole in the piston case. This will automatically line up the piston inside the hole in the piston case. Next, I'll work on getting the rod aligned inside of the piston. With the constraint command active, hover over one of the holes in the rod until the red dashed line appears, and do the same thing for the hole going through the piston. Notice the rod can still move along that axis. Now, apply another constraint, this time selecting the flat surface of the rod and the inside flat surface of the hole going through the piston. Before pressing OK, define an offset value of 1/4 inch to place the rod in the center of the piston. Repeat the constraining process for the pin and the piston hole, hovering over each part until the dashed red line appears. Activate the constrain command again, and this time change from mate, like we have been using, to flush. Select the flat face of the pin and the flat face of the corresponding surface of the rod, defining an offset value of -0.8725 inches, evenly placing the pin inside of the piston. To get the final part into place, use the constrain option with mate selected, matching up the empty hole of the rod with the one in the cylindrical extrusions from the crankshaft. Use the flush command and define the surfaces as completely flush. With one last constrain command mating the crankshaft and the small hole of the piston case, the assembly is now defined. You can now move the parts around to see how the piston will work. Join me for the next episode of Autodesk Inventor 101 The Basics to learn how to simulate motion with constraints.